even need it. Welcome to the Pinstripe Chronicles. I am Tats. I'm here with Donald, and guess what? He's back. Judge has signed a huge nine-year, $360 million contract, and we are ecstatic about it. Donald, how are you feeling?
So relieved, man. I think I went through the three stages of grief after John Heyman's tweet. I went through the anger, and then the sadness. I had the stomach ache. I felt sick, and then soon after, then I had the acceptance, and I started looking at everyone else's war to see if there's any way that we could conjure together a team without Aaron Judge. And it was like, okay, well, let's look at Reynolds' war. Let's look at Bogart's war. Let's look at Correa's war. I was up all night because the stress was just too much. And then I woke up this morning and we got good news. Thank God. Oh, Hal stepped up, man. Hal put his money where his mouth is, man. He really did. He really did. He put his money where his mouth is. He got it done. I can't say enough about Hal Steinbrenner. I don't think we should be booing him or calling him cheap anymore because that's a hell of a contract. That really is. He really went and stepped up, went above and beyond to make sure that happened. So credit to him. What a ton of emotions. As I say, I went through every stage of grief after it looked like he was going to the Giants last night. And then to wake up this morning and it's be like, it's okay. We're okay. We're fine. We're okay.
Yep.
But thank the Lord. Thank the Lord Aaron Judge is a Yankee again.
Yep. And Brad, yeah, Uncle Taz, Donald, who's going to get distracted first? I don't know. Probably me because I was looking at your comment. I didn't hear a damn word he said. But no, it's really cool that, we talked a couple weeks ago how Hal made the statement at the owners' meetings that he's like the big man, the big bully. Nobody's going to outbid me, and he stuck true to that. Like you said, he put his money where his mouth was, and it was just what we needed. We needed to make that statement that hey, our franchise player is on the market, and we are bringing him back. Don't test us, and we were tested. Let's not make this seem like, there was no way that he was leaving. It was very close. We saw the whole thing with John Heyman yesterday. That set the whole baseball world into an uproar.
Yeah.
I was like,
John Heyman was.
I'm like,
after that whole arson judge thing. After the whole arson judge thing, I think he was like, I'm going to go and just maybe amend my tweet. And then he just turns it on and just sees Twitter explode and his mentions explode.
Good morning, Luca. Let's fucking go. We'll say it today. This is awesome. Credit to all the people for saying Judge never won anything. Neither did A-Rod prior to opting out. Not comparing the two players, but similar situations. I see what you're saying. I don't think you're wrong either. But, this was a move that they had to make, and that's what everybody's been saying. Every podcast that's ever existed. What's going on, Chris? I just shared that video for you. If you haven't seen Chris's reaction to the news, go onto his YouTube channel. It's a great reaction.
John Heyman has taken a tweet. He really does arson judge. Well, it's okay because arson judge is in San Francisco, but Aaron Judge is in New York, and we're okay.
Yeah, it was. They could have saved themselves so much money if they've done it, if they did it the right way. And we can go back and just try to rewrite history. That's not going to do us any good. Not at this point. If he had left, we would have been, really pissed off and screaming that you should never even reach free agency. But at least now we can take a deep breath, going, all right, now we got our guy back. All right, now what's the next move? Don't even wait 24 hours. Make another big move. Flex while you can flex.
Yeah, well, we're very much after Rodon.
Yeah.
I think we're hot after Yoshida and Benintendi. one or the other. And we really love Brian Reynolds. I love Reynolds. I would love for us to get Reynolds. I think he's only due $6 million next year. And he's got team control till 2025, 2026. He'd be perfect. Perfect. So I'd really like to get that done.
Yeah.
Hal was reportedly in Sicily pushing the deal into the final stages.
He vacations like I do. You might not be at
Hal
work.
stepped up, man. Hal really stepped up.
Yeah.
He really stepped up. You know, I think we need to give him a little bit more respect now. I think our ire needs to be focused on Brian Cashman, considering what he did last offseason with the whole Aaron Judge negotiations. But it looks like Hal saved the day. So very, very happy about that.
Yeah. It's what's going on, Chris? And then, I like this comment here. All right. And this is Blue City Empire Sports. Thanks for checking us out. New York Mets fans got to be sick to their stomach. They did not get Aaron Judge. Now, I think they're sick to their stomach that they lost DeGrom, even though they pivoted to Verlander, but we kept our guy. We kept our homegrown talent, and the Yankees didn't. I think that's where they're going to be sick to their stomach. Little Stein working on the phone early hours. We weren't complaining about how we were putting the pressure on him, but we wanted him to get it done. The pressure was going to be on Cashman, not to screw it up.
And here's another thing: San Diego came in with an offer, which was apparently larger than what the Yankees signed Judge to. So, yeah, it wasn't about the money with Aaron Judge. Obviously, it was partly about the money, of course, but he did show loyalty. Where are you with the whole captaincy debate?
Give it to him. It's. I think that you would have to at this point. Like that's how once the ink dries, you make the announcement. At the even at the presser, just also make the announcement that Judge will be the next captain. Don't even tell him about it.
I believe he'll be wearing the captain, the C on his jersey. From opening day, I believe he will be wearing the C on his jersey. He'll be the captain. But this is a positive podcast. I'm not going to get into. I personally think Jeter is the captain and should remain the captain. But at this point, it's almost semantics at this point. It doesn't really matter because Aaron Judge has been the captain.
Yeah.
Unofficial captain for certainly the last couple of years. So we might as well just give him the official jersey. The official title at this point. It doesn't really make any difference.
No, Chris is right here too. This is the second free agent to turn down the Padres. As we saw, the Phillies stole Turner. So it's the Phillies are trying to flex and they can't flex.
The Phillies got Trey Turner. The Padres
flex couldn't flex. Yeah, Brad, I was first, but it was that NL West is just in a weird place right now because you can't compete financially with the Dodgers. You really can't, because anything that they could do, anything you could do, they could do better, and they're not worried about luxury tax or anything like that. So I'm surprised that we did not hear the Dodgers at all in any of the discussions.
The spirit of George Steinbrenner just had a long talk with his son, telling him, "You better get 99 back, or no more New York for you." My man. Exactly. He channeled his dad. I love that he was locked in. I think he took control of the negotiations. I think he took him off.
I think so too. Well, I said that's what had to happen. How, because Cashman was still up until the other day didn't have a contract. So, excuse me. what I wanted was how to continue all the negotiations with Judge. Yeah, we know Cashman's the GM, but say, look, I've already started talking with Judge. Let's not complicate it with having too many people in the room. I'll handle this. If it because God forbid if something happens, let it be on me. And you just handle the rest of my roster. You just work on the rest of it.
Thank you. Amen.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Bob Nightingale's tweet where he said that San Francisco were going to get Stanton?
What?
I swear to God. Did you not see that? I sent
No,
it
I
to
did
you.
not see that. I usually
Oh.
don't. I don't pay attention to Nightingale. I really don't, because he's just. I just don't think he's that credible. The last few.
Well, no. What I'm meaning is he actually he meant to say Aaron Judge, but for some reason put in Stanton.
Oh, he just screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, these reporters are so quick to be first that they can't even get it right.
Yep. Let's see if I can share the screen because it's very, very funny. Let's see here.
Yeah, Blue City's also saying, Hal did say when he talked to Aaron Judge himself, and Brian Casher was not even with him. Yeah, no, Hal's the one that got the ball rolling. Hal was the one that constantly. Jesus Christ.
Bob Nightingale. Oh, bro. What can we even say at this point? The Yankees believed Tuesday afternoon that their offer was similar to the San Francisco Giants, but still didn't know yet which direction Stanton would go. Stanton? I love Gabe's reply. Did they feed you reporters something bad at the winter meetings or some shit?
Yeah, what is in that water out there? There's nobody.
They can't have Stanton either, unfortunately. What is going on with our beat reporters in New York? My God.
But breaking news. Yeah, it's these reporters, and I've complained about this before. They really need to slow down when they're trying to make these announcements. Don't you spell check yourself at least. And if you do that, read it back to yourself before clicking send. Especially John Heyman. And he's credible. A lot of people can't stand him. I'm not a huge fan of him. I think he likes to talk down on the Yankees a lot, and doesn't like to give them any credit. But put the news out properly. That's your damn job. And there's
no. He doesn't. He's not interested in trade for Stan. No. It was a mistake. Bob, a mistake.
Yeah, the Phillies are taking all the players that the Mets were looking at, which is another great thing. It could easily happen.
Phillies are for real.
Phillies aren't playing around. I think that at the NL East is just going to be on fire next year. I think that's just going to be a battle.
Another bullpen piece.
Yeah.
Well, we made a good start with getting Keenly back.
I was going to say, we got Tight Pants back. So, and I think that was a very friendly deal. I don't think that was a bad deal at all.
It's fine. Rodon, Reynolds. Yeah, I mean, I would love Reynolds. Rodon would be awesome. Give me all the pictures. Well, hopefully we get Rodon. But what a start. What a start. What does it mean for Aaron Judge's legacy, Tats?
No, I think for his legacy, I think it means that he will go down as one of, he will be looked at now at the end of this deal as this new generation of fans. He's going to, hit their Jeter, their Mattingly, their Mantle. He's going to go down as one of those immortal, larger than life Yankees that played him on one team for his whole career. And I think that was what was important. I really believe that he had to stay on one team for his career, for him to. Otherwise, it's just another guy that chased the money and a Yankee legend that could have been. Well, now he's going to be the Yankee legend that is.
I agree, man. The he's now going to have 99 at Monument Park, and I couldn't imagine a scenario where Judge would want to say he goes back to his home team and he plays the Yankees on opening day in New York. He would have gotten booed. He would have gone booed. He absolutely would have gotten booed. And I'm not saying I would have booed him, but I'm just saying in general he would have gotten booed. And is that something that Aaron Judge would have wanted for his legacy, considering all he's done for the franchise? No. I just, now that I think about it, it's really important to him that his legacy has now been cemented. And he's a very loyal guy. He married his his high school sweetheart, and he's been with the Yankees his entire career, and he's going to finish his career with the Yankees. He's a loyal guy, and I think I didn't like how when the news started to filter through that it looked like the Giants were getting him, how fans were so quick just to jump on top of him and rip him, going, "Oh, fuck you, Judge," blah, blah, blah. I didn't like that at all. So I'm just very happy that we got a good resolution here.
Yeah, no, it's if he would have left, and they all kept saying, well, they kept breaking my balls at work last night, and they're like, well, what are you going to do now that you don't have Judge? You know that he's leaving for the Giants. Just admit it, you lost him. And I'm like, can we just wait until we get an official announcement and stop?
Good for you, man. Good for you.
All these reports, non-credible, social media accounts trying to say, trying to put stuff out there so they could say that they were on it first. Stop. It's just bullshit.
Cashman's ego has been absolutely smashed now that Hal's got this done. Cashman was left out of the negotiations. I know. Mr. President of 4 years. Brian Cashman, he couldn't get anything done.
Well, good. And it's funny because, like what Blue City is saying, Cashman said, why didn't you ask me to come with you? No, I don't want you near it. I don't want you near it. You are not screwing this up. Mm-hmm. I have a family legacy to uphold. I will handle this myself. And what's funny is because I don't think that they told Cashman what the hell was going on. So it was, when he's asked to went to meetings and boom, they're going, I don't know, we're not being told anything. I thought that was great. I'm like, good, keep them in the dark. And what is Boone getting involved with anyway? He's just a manager. He doesn't sign the checks. So it's they got to relax on trying to just because you don't know what's going on doesn't mean that nothing is going on. I think that's what it comes down to. It was funny because yesterday was the day that we lost Cano too, right? Was it yesterday the day that he had signed with Seattle?
Yeah, I mean, I said at the time it was the right move to let him go. I wouldn't have brought Cano back. I think it was the right move to let him go.
That was
Seattle for 10 years. Would not have brought him back for 10 years. It was the right move. But it's the right move to bring Aaron Judge back. It's a no-brainer. I'm not even worried about the 9 years. I mean, that's so far in the future. We don't even know where baseball is going to be in 9 years. Where the most important thing is he's now got 99, which is going to be in Monument Park. He's going to get the love that he deserves in New York, and hopefully a title before it's said and done. Now we can get it, and he signed early enough in the offseason for us then to now go and get to work on building a team around him, because he wouldn't have signed without some assurances that the Yankees are going to put a better team around him this year. So we're going to get to work on that. But Hal Steinbrenner, imagine being in Sicily and working to the wee hours. Like, bruh, stepped up like a boss. I love it.
Yeah, King. It was the yesterday was the anniversary of it, and yeah, this is where's Didi Gregorius? Did he sign with anybody? Let's bring him home. You know what?
Didi ship has sailed.
Yeah, I like Didi. I thought he was great for the organization. He had he had enough talent mixed in with the personality to fit in very well with the fan base. But I think that chapter, the book on him is closed.
We've got Peraza, we've got Volpe, we've even got Arias in the system. We've got and then we've got a ton of free agents who are like world beaters, like freaking like Bogarts and Correa. So yeah, I don't think Didi is a serious consideration.
No, Steinbrenner is no longer the milkman's son. that is a fact.
Hal, man, I'm never going to criticize Hal again, man.
No, I don't think we can, because think about it. As much as we a lot of the fans, they'll scream that the Yankees aren't the Yankees anymore. They don't spend the way they used to. They spend. Our issue that we've talked about on these shows was that he didn't spend wisely. You didn't spend smart. Look at last year's offseason. You did not look like the Yankees last offseason. Just because you get rid of one catcher, you brought in, 3 players that really were non-factors. We never even got a chance to see Roy Vet behind the dish.
Well, that's all Brian Cashman. I mean, Hal Steinbrenner is that he just trusts the wrong people, and he continues to trust the wrong people because he's just gave him a new 4-year deal. But at least we didn't lose Aaron Judge, and I wonder, do you think that maybe the whole John Heyman mess that he created, do you think that woke up the Yankees, and the Yankees were like, shit,
I actually
get to work?
I do think that. I think that screwed up. I think that screwed up the whole process for San Francisco, because I think that they were trying to do everything without the Yankees knowing what they were doing.
Yeah, well, the Yankees literally didn't know anything that was going on last night.
Well, Hal knew, because Hal was still making the deal.
Brian Cashman didn't.
No, they had no clue.
Cashman had not a clue what was going on.
I said it. I'm like, I don't want Cashman near it. Leave him out of it. Handle this yourself.
And he did, thank God.
Well, no, I think that San Francisco was trying to get sneaky and try to make a quick deal with Judge by throwing everything that they could at him. And when it broke, they were like, uh-oh. And they had to restructure what they were going to do.
Well, yeah, because when Heyman, quote unquote, broke it, the Giants were like, no, we haven't been given that final go-ahead from Aaron Judge yet. So then John Heyman had to delete that tweet. And it's just terrible job from John Heyman. Like that kind of stuff gets you in trouble. Like you can't do what you did. That's completely unacceptable, really. But it's not about John Heyman. What he did there was a complete farce. Like A, he screwed it up. B, he doubly screwed it up by getting it wrong. But what it did was, I think the Yankees were like, oh, let's get on the phone to Aaron Judge and let's get this done, like now.
Yeah, Hal sipping on an espresso, spitting it across the table, going, what the hell is this? Like, give me my phone. But no, I think that screwed the whole thing up. I'm telling you. I bet Steinbrenner is telling Brian Cashman that you just do the money We slided a big boy player. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because let's face it, I don't think Aaron has any love for Brian Cashman, especially the way that Brian Cashman negotiated in bad faith last offseason. Aaron Judge already said so in this Time Magazine article that he didn't like the way that Brian Cashman behaved during the negotiations. So I think Cashman was rightly sidelined this time, and Hal had to go and do it himself. He acted like his dad. He acted like George. This is what something George would do.
Yep.
Because I remember Brian Cashman was out on A-Rod. When A-Rod opted out, Brian Cashman had no interest in bringing A-Rod back. It was Hank that drove it. So I think Hal Steinbrenner channeled his dad. He channeled his family. He channeled his brother, his deceased brother, and he got it done, man. So he really earned his stripes. You want to say something here? Hal's earned his stripes. He earned his pinstripes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Luca.
It was thank you. Yeah, hit that like button, share it. Let's get this out there. This is quality stuff.
This is fun.
It's always fun. This is why I rolled out of bed and loaded up the chat. But this is this is why you need a more competent GM, because I think the thing that was really screwing everything up with why it took so long is, what was the one thing that pissed Judge off in the beginning of the year that they released what the contract was. They released the offer to the public. He was embarrassed by that.
Yeah, embarrassed them.
All right. So what are we going to do? Let's tell them what our new offer is. Like, you asshole. It didn't work the first time. Now you're going to do it again? So now he looks like a greedy guy. Now he looks like a greedy asshole for turning down 320. Like, stop. You don't learn from your mistakes. All right, let them have them.
Who cares? Who cares about the Mets?
It was when Jose was on the White Sox. He looked like when they were getting ready to trade him, I wanted him. I really did. I like Quintana, but too many years have gone on to go after him now. And I think what Tyone went with the Cubs, right?
Yeah, no. You know what? I'm happy for. I'm happy for JMO. That's a good contract. He was always a good guy. Jim was always a good dude.
I didn't think he was that bad of a pitcher. I really didn't. He
did his job, man. He was your perfect number 4 starter.
Yeah,
he always got it done. He was a good dude. He was always accountable. He was a gamer. You know what I mean? He always went to the mound every 5 days and never complained. He did his job. So no, I like JMO. I wish him well. I really do.
I did predict he was going to the NL Central.
High on 4-year, $68 million. Yeah. Hal signing Judge is equivalent to the Boss signing Bernie. That's right, because Bernie was at Boston's doorstep, and George refused to let that happen. That's great. Because I'll never forget the pain when my buddy texted me telling me Andy Pettitte is signing for Houston. I was like, oh my God, I was completely broken. So I just, these kind of dudes, these kind of legacy Yankees, you don't want to see going elsewhere in free agency. You just don't want to do it. No, thank God it didn't happen. I just don't know what would have happened if he went to San Francisco. It would have been a terrible fallout. The Yankees probably would not have recovered, certainly in terms of PR, from their own fan base for a number of years, and Hal obviously knew that, so he had to step up.
Yeah, it's wow. And now Jensen's going to Boston. All right, yeah, and Brad, you're right. he does have a tendency to give up the home run ball, but he's not. He's a serv. You know, he's not a terrible bullpen arm. When he's on, he's on. But
Yeah, he's
we don't
fine.
need another. We don't need another pitcher that's going to be good one outing, bad the next. We need a very consistent bullpen arm. So Brian Cashman is like Hal Steinbrenner. Why can I get the big boys? And Hal Steinbrenner told me because you are not good at what you're doing. The money I'm getting. It's a fact. That's why we kept saying it. Hal's going to handle this himself. But I've said that, and
Thanks, Chris the Flash, for tweeting us, man. Thanks very much.
Thank you. This was the only way to start the process going forward. You brought back Rizzo, who you wanted to bring back because him and Judge are very close. So look, start off the goes. Look, we already brought back your boy. Now we want now let's get this deal done. And it was one of those. There was no alternative because everybody was saying, "Well, you could, he's not the only right, player that can play right field." Well, yeah, he is. Because who are you going to replace with to replicate that production? There's nobody out there. It's not like with the Mets when they lost the ground, they pivoted to Verlander. That was an even move. There was nobody that was going to be on Judge's level.
So just reading John Heyman's tweet. Hopefully this one's more accurate. So that's 15 minutes ago. Heyman tweeted, Yankees worth $320 million for 8 years, as recently as a day or two ago. However, once Judge told Hal Steinbrenner he wanted to be a Yankee, but had more dollars on the table elsewhere, Hal sealed the deal by bumping it another $40 million in 1 year.
That's he's walking around with his balls dragging on the floor. Hal is a boss, man. I want to get I gotta get like a Steinbrenner jersey now.
I want to get Hal. Hal is the boss.
Sorry, Pete Simonetti, but today Hal is the boss.
Hal is the boss. Hal is absolutely the boss now. Him is now public enemy number one in San Fran. So now he's hated in New York and San Francisco. The East and West Coast hates on Heyman. We love it.
He's got nowhere to go. Hang out in Chicago.
The Yankees love to do trade with Pittsburgh Pirates. They might get. Yes, Cashman loves to negotiate with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah,
like he has very good relationship with Pittsburgh. From what I understand, that we were very interested in Reynolds last winter, and also at the deadline. So it makes all the sense in the world that we're going to go hard after Reynolds again this offseason.
Now that Judge is back, what do the Yankees do to bring a championship to New York?
I don't want Conforto.
No, I'd rather Benintendi. But a lot of people are saying that Benny's not too keen on the New York, being in New York, that he likes the Midwest teams. So it's going to be interesting if it's one of those. Does he chase the money? Does he get an offer from New York?
That was a stressful night last night. No,
does he get blown away from an offer from the Yankees that he turns down an offer from the Midwest? I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Reynolds is the perfect fit. As I say, he's only owed about $6 million next year. And we have got team control for like 3 years on him minimum. So it makes all the sense in the world. There's not really anyone that I would leave out to get Reynolds because we've got a ton of shortstops. Chris the Flash thinks that Benny goes to the Twins.
I don't think that's a stretch.
Great for how much they offer. Need Rodon, a left fielder in a trade. Glaber, Donaldson, Hicks. No, that all will happen, but you can't run it back again. Yeah, I think Hicks will go. I can see that happening. And I think I would try and see if you could package Glaber, Jason Dominguez, a couple of pitchers, maybe one of our shortstops in the system to go and get Reynolds. Cashman is now asking Hal, well, can I get the big boy from Pittsburgh? Hal told him, no, that's my job now. You just do the money. You just do the money, huh? You just do the money. Yeah, of course. He's in Sicily, man. He's turned all Godfather now.
Good. It's about damn time. He's no. Of the guys that Alex was mentioning I think Hicks is the one that's more tradable than Donaldson, because I think that because it's only $10 million a year, I think that'll get somebody interested a little quicker. Nobody's going to take on Donaldson. The guy's he's so toxic in the locker room and on the field. There's no way anybody. We're stuck with him. There's no way around it.
Do you think? You think Hal is in Sicily? He's been watching The Godfather. He's getting himself all psyched up. He's getting on the phone to Judge, going, "You're coming back. I'm giving you an offer you can't refuse."
Yeah. LI, the only way I see Donaldson and Hicks gone is if we take back a bad contract. I don't want to do that. As much as I want to see those two off the field, I don't want. I'm tired of taking everybody's problems to get rid of our own. That's how we ended up in this mess to begin with, because we didn't want to, because we ended up making the mistake of tendering Sanchez, who can't catch a cold, and now we want to take on another bit. No, the cycle's got to stop. Let's just ride this out. It's going to suck. It's going to be painful. It's going to be frustrating. But I'm tired of us taking everybody's mistakes. I don't want it, even if it is just to get rid of them.
Let's get back to Aaron Judge.
Yes.
We'll go tomorrow to talk about other moves. So how are you feeling, man? Because, dude, I was up all night last night. Like, when I heard that he was probably going to go to the Giants, dude, I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Couldn't get a wink.
It was about 2 a.m, and I'm going, all right. I was going to try to stay up until 3. Just so it's like, all right, let me at least try to stay up until midnight, California time. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it.
No.
But I woke up this morning, I saw my phone was blown up. So, that was like, all right, that was like the best morning. It was like Christmas.
I had to just double take because, I finally did manage to get an hour or two, and then I woke up and I saw Talking Yanks tweet saying he's back 9 years, 360, and my eyes were still kind of, just barely open. I was rubbing them and I was checking it again. I was like, is this real? Refresh. This is real. Oh my God. And then I was like, oh my God, thank God. Because as I say, I went through every stage of grief last night.
I was Uncle Tad's up late last night. I was actually at work late when I was on my break. I jumped on Simonetti chat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and it was I just didn't want to listen to anybody at work. I was tired of hearing it. Everything about because they're all trying to get under my skin and telling me how.
Is everyone a Met fan at your work or something?
No, they just know how passionate I am about the Yankees, and they're trying to get me all worked up. So. And
they sound like bad guys.
No. It's all in fun. Yesterday it was just after that Heyman tweet. I just didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just so pissed off. And that even after it came out that he jumped the gun. I'm like, no, I said I'm not dealing with anybody. So I got myself a little cup of coffee, and I'm sitting there. Let me see what else is going on. And so I was on Simonetti was on live. I'm like, all right, let me hang out with the guys.
Spirit of George Steinberg told his son, "You watch The Godfather and you will understand." I gave him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, Cashman's not a wartime consigliere.
Consigliere. You think? Do you think Judge's agent woke up with a horse's head in his bed? He's oh shit.
Oh,
he's meaning business, right? It's okay. He's okay. He's coming back. He's coming back.
But this has been fun. We are gonna wrap things up. So get those likes up, man. Thank you. And we'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock with Rob. And I'm sure he's going to have some exciting reactions to it, just like we have. And we'll go over some of the other moves and what the Yankees can do moving forward. So just remember, like, comment, share. And if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And
I hope Hal enjoys the rest of his vacation. He's earned it. He can now he can watch The Godfather. He can chill. He can drink his espresso, have some wine, he can relax.
He's like, let me go to the dollar store. I just spent all my money.
He can relax. He's earned it. He has definitely
But yeah, we'll be back.
Earned it.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock on live. And we hope to see you all there. And just remember, play your pinch your pride and play hard.